Hello, internet friends. Welcome to Quests and Chaos. This is Children of Fear. Easy for me to say. I shouldn't have had that tea with that pill in it. Episode 17, part 2. Let's see, we'll use the other quote. Everyone loves a botanist. And we just had a huge ritual that was all sorts of crazy, and Tenzin Kalsang has been killed. Gwendolyn has disemboweled him and just cut his head off. Don't forget, we have a giveaway for...
That takes us to the
got some blood-stain problems you need to wash out? Dr. Bronner's, it'll get the blood out.
And the aphids.
And the aphids, yes. Although you have to melt it down.
What doesn't it do?
Do your taxes.
Yeah. Yet.
Yeah.
Well, that's the next formulation.
It probably does my taxes about as well as I do. I mean, I just wanted to take a second to say to all of you, to anybody listening to this, tell the people you love that you love them. Don't wait until you lose them. My father had a little bit of a health scare. He's in the hospital. He's doing fine, but it made me think about. I don't want to eulogize my father. I want to tell him now what an amazing man he is. Do that. Take some time. Whenever you hear this, call your mom. Call the person you love. Call your partner. Call your friends. Tell them you love them. Don't wait.
But not in a way that makes them worried.
Hello, Rachel. I love you. And then just hang up.
I need you to know this. Why? What's going on?
Now I want to call Nick and just really...
And now that we've had the heartfelt version of that, now the
tell your dad
conservative version of that. Make sure their finances are in order. Make sure that they
both are important.
Yes, that too.
Filled out all of their specific, powers of attorneys and things.
Find out the passwords to all of their internets, their banking and stuff.
Have them use a password manager and know that password.
I mean, either that or just agree to run over their hard drive with a forklift. Rhiannon Pratchett actually did that with Sir Terry Pratchett's hard drive of unfinished work. He asked her to. Whereas, like, never let my unfinished work be he
didn't want to be the Kanye hologram of.
He didn't want to be Tolkien.
Yeah.
Right. With his children constantly releasing his stuff. Right. It was like when I die, the stories that I haven't told die with me. And again, which is fair.
My father is getting very good care, and he's gonna be fine. But he's 73, so your
dad and my dad are about the same age, and that scares me.
So I don't know what it says, but my dad was very young. Your dad was not. When you're 73, there's no such thing as minor surgery. It's a whole thing. And of course, Roland Denny, you are the greatest man who ever lived. That's and you will. I'm so excited that I can say that while you are living. It is awesome. Alondra is going to roll for the giveaway right now, so your last chance.
30 seconds.
That's whiplash. I'm getting whiplash.
Yes. Get soap.
I'm telling you, man, this soap is awesome.
Your dad's name is Roland?
Yes.
It's a good name.
That's
Roland
a good
Denny.
one. I like that.
The winner is Tactical Bacon.
Oh.
Wow, my favorite kind of bacon.
Bacon, grease, and soap.
Bacon.
There might be bacon in that.
No, it's citrus.
Yeah, there's no bacon smell. Although, why wouldn't you put bacon smell in soap? That would be pretty.
I actually have soap that was rendered down from bacon fat.
Wow.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can make these announcements last just as long for the second half, for the second podcast. That must be really weird when you're listening to the podcast and like episode 1, there's like 20 minutes of nonsense. Episode 2, like they really got right to it. Wow.
No, there is not 20 minutes of nonsense. I cut that out.
All right, there you go.
On YouTube, however.
I'm very good at finding the point where it's like, cool, things are beginning. Clip.
All right, well, congratulations, Tactical Bacon. Whisper your details to the Quests and Chaos name. I don't know what it...
Oracle.
Quest and Cast.
Oracle, yes, to the Oracle.
I believe that's already happening.
There we go. I'm sure Alondra is being proactive in that regard. All right, so you are in this hidden veil. There is a no longer drug-infused light show going on all around you, except Dimitri is
So
still...
does Dimitri see Tenzin's head on the ground?
No. No, you see Gwendolyn goes to pretend it, and Tenzin goes, "Oh no, I'm headless," and falls to the ground.
So good. Oh, so good. It's so good.
What kind of play acting have you seen? That's a good performance.
Russians love they love the blood stuff. But so the Technicolor sky just flashes. The weird pink light bathes those three robed figures in just a sinister profile.
Yet Franklin is still glancing at Dimitri. Just how he's responding. He's just soaking that up.
And out of Tenzin's mouth, he was mouthing words, and out of his mouth floats up an iridescent red pearl that floats about 4 feet over his body, over his head. And as soon as this indestructible drop leaves his head, his eyes roll up into his head, and there's just pure white where his eyes are. And his mouth keeps mouthing something, but it is hovering over his head. And then let's see here. Make me a listen roll, Dimitri.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. Tenzin is lying on the ground, and he starts to speak. The three of you feel everyone but Dimitri. Ha! That's how I get around it. The voice is distant and cold, and doesn't feel like his voice. It sounds like his voice, but it doesn't feel like it. He now butcher me, place my remains in the bowls, feed the servants of the goddess.
Can I roll an intelligence check to remember if that was the next step?
Sure.
Because I remember that was one of the steps, but I don't think that was the next step.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
11, which is a critical success.
Okay.
So yes, this is step 8, the butchering of his body.
Okay.
And you're supposed to separate out his organs, his skin, his bones and separate them out and divide them among the 7 bowls.
Okay.
It pretty much and Tenzin looks at you and winks and goes, "Butcher me."
So I'll go.
All right. Yeah. So at this
butcher.
point, you both, are you gonna?
So we can enter the circle at this point, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I will go and start doing that.
Okay. Do you have a knife?
I think I do.
Okay, sure. Yeah, you at least have like a pocket knife, which is going to be.
Oh my god.
I mean, I know at one point I definitely had like a hunting knife.
Right.
Bone, flesh, and
Franklin definitely has a knife if he needs it.
Yeah, Franklin hands you a knife,
All right.
and you fall to butchering him.
And Helen, it was okay to watch, but I'm not. Oh.
So Dimitri has just leapt in and is just
doing it?
hacking.
Helen, we've come this far. Finish it.
Tenzin says we gotta do this.
And yes, ma'am. And so I'll go in.
Okay. You don't need to make a sanity roll, Dimitri, because you are not aware that you're actually butchering a human body. The both of you should make the ladies should make sanity rolls as you butcher a human body. That's a fumble.
Yep. I fumbled.
92 out of 86. Could I?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm sure the sand loss won't be that bad.
I disagree.
Pulls out the D20.
Disagree entirely. 67 out of 86.
All right.
Oh, crud.
You lose 6 sanity.
Jeez.
We'll get back to you in a second.
Who loses?
Helen loses 6 sanity. Oh, see, it's not on this screen, so now.
Oh, that's why.
Gwendolyn, you lose 2 sanity.
Okay.
Helen,
Yes.
you make me a. What is your sanity at now?
59.
Okay. So make me an intelligence roll.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's a hard.
Okay.
27.
So, you are. You are.
Suspect that he's given him the names. She's given him the names back.
Yeah.
You are deeply aware of everything, and like you're sort of disgusted, but
Yes.
sort of enthralled, and
Yes.
all you can think about is the power that Eugene gained from dining on that person's brain. And as you can't resist. You start a little taste. And you're trying to get to the brain.
Yeah.
So you're like over by the head and you start butchering there.
Pulling the flesh off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you are working at that, getting the brain there. All right. Over the course of
The course.
Over the course of far too long.
Yes.
So this is long and like tedious work, and if it weren't also horrifying.
Yes.
For you,
You know.
people.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Dimitri every once in a while is like, oh, Tenzin.
God.
This guy.
When he comes back to himself, he's gonna just fully fucking break.
Potentially.
And
He's never coming back.
He might not. His sanity's real low.
I was going to say hi.
can you get me more of those pills?
Yeah.
Just
I
stay,
just wish he had some pants on.
just stay high forever. I mean, he's covered in blood. It counts, right?
Stay high
I'm sure
forever.
the pants
That
came
sounds
on.
good at this point.
Went on at some point.
They just
I think
fell
when the
on.
robes came on, he was kind of like, why are my pants off?
Okay, well, then this is okay with me.
Pants on.
Before Frank joined the triumvirate, he's like, pants.
All right.
So yeah, there is a, it takes you some time to butcher a man. Helen, make me a dex roll.
Oh, yeah. Hard success.
All right, yeah, you managed
30.
you managed to nibble some
Brain?
on the brain. Yeah, you managed to.
By the medulla
Yeah,
oblongata.
you're getting in there. As you're like, one for the plate, one for me. So yeah, after about an hour, Tenzin Kalsang has been completely reduced to 7 plates. And Franklin and the 2 other figures descend on these plates and start to devour them.
But like in a civilized way. Like I.
Can I make sure that Franklin gets the brain?
Two characters.
Can I make sure that Franklin gets the rest of the brain since he's my buddy?
Franklin pulls out a fork.
Yes.
And a napkin.
There you go. And he goes, I just go,
Little lobster
brains. I give it to you, brains.
So now, let's see who.
I saw you there. I saw what you were doing.
Yeah.
Dimitri, make me a POW roll.
Oh no.
18. Oh, that is a hard success.
All right, Tenzin is like, the pig in The Simpsons. Like, come on, I know you want to try me. Come on, just have a taste. And you're like, no, I shouldn't eat people.
Oh, surely, so there's a magical animal.
Okay, you are gonna gain, Helen, 10 points in lore Buddhism.
Okay.
What's lore under?
Eating brains is good for you.
Lore is it's one of the blank skills. You don't have.
I feel like that's a downside of these character sheets, where you don't know what you don't know because it's not here.
Yeah, it's almost like you're a downside of the complete open-endedness is, if anything can be a skill, can I make this a skill? It's almost like you have to ask each specific one or something like that.
Yeah.
And make me a luck roll.
No, I didn't get
All right.
it. Could I re-roll or no? Not
If
luck.
you want to.
We got
I mean,
Yeah, my luck
that's
isn't
up
that big. It's 33, but what
That's a puncher's chance, as Ezra says.
do you guys think? Should I do
Sure.
it?
Toss the last wooden one.
All right.
I'll second it.
All right, thanks.
Fumble.
No, 45, so it's...
All right. Sadly, you do not learn a spell.
Spend luck.
No, if I spend
Yeah.
luck for my luck roll, not going to happen.
Yeah,
I don't
never
think
quite
that, I don't
reach
think
it.
that can happen.
No, because then your luck goes... Yeah.
So they start devouring Tenzin, and they devour the three figures, eat him very quickly. And then Frank stands up, holds out his hand, and the drop starts to float towards his hand.
I'm trying to remember if that's supposed to
The
happen.
red drop. We didn't hear anything about that. We heard...
Yeah, we did.
So, I think it was when you read it the
Yeah,
first
somebody
time.
will
I
have
remembered
somebody will
something.
gain the
The
soul
indi-
or the powers.
Yeah,
of
So, yeah, here you go.
Gotcha.
It's the 8th step.
Got it.
I feel like I should know this, but
I do remember it being like transfer of the essence or something.
Yeah.
then yeah, the door is sealed. Everything
Everything's fine.
is all. It was all worth it in the end. Unless someone tackles Frank and ruins it all.
Okay. It's a last gift.
May now be seen to approach the indestructible drop, whose power is the key to close the gate.
Yep. Okay.
Is it as described? Because you said it was red. Is it red below, white above, or
Yeah.
is it just red?
Yeah, it's kind of pearly
a
and
Pokemon ball.
iridescent.
It's a Pokemon ball with stars.
I released the Pikachu.
Pikachu, I choose you.
Tenzin, I choose you.
Which is almost always the worst choice.
So the indestructible drop lands in here. Hand me Frank's character sheet.
Oh. All I have left is Eugene.
As the indestructible drop touches Frank's hand, there is a small, almost like an explosion of golden light, and it turns into a key. And Frank spends a moment looking at it. And as he does, the three of you, everyone except Eugene, make me a listen roll.
Frank.
Oh no, Eugene.
Top 7 is going to be a critical.
Very nice.
Like that.
So you're starting to come out of this, although you're not sure because you hear
I don't hear it.
a yell saying,
Oh, like something along the lines of like, Don't do it. Tenzin's an idiot.
And you see... Oh, sorry.
24 out of 35.
Okay. Regular success?
No,
Okay.
No.
So
I don't hear nothing.
you hear that, and you see Eugene running down that hill that you came from. And he's like waving and yelling. And only, I mean, maybe this is a hallucination?
So, Eugene is coming. We must finish this quickly before he gets here.
They shoot you.
To be fair, that's exactly what Gwendolyn would have said if she saw him.
That would be what would happen.
Franklin looks at you and smiles and says, I've always liked you. And then crushes the key. And as he crushes that, Tenzin's skull starts like mocking laughter. And just like just continuous mocking laughter. And the Franklin looks at you all and says, "Thank you for your service." And the three figures start to disappear. And now you all hear Eugene going, "No! Stop!
Don't do it! Don't do the ritual!"
Too late.
It's over. We have won.
You don't see Tenzin anywhere.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Okay. Whoa.
So
Yeah,
they're dissipated. They're gone.
Yeah.
Then I'm not gonna, because I mean,
There's a weird laughing
his
skull.
con is kind of low, so he won't run the rest of the way. He's like, oh, good. Oh, good. He's not here. You can't do the ritual. Ugh.
You're too late.
We've just closed the gate.
I'm not sure about that.
Oh, what?
No, that's.
And I'm looking at the skull.
Yeah, the skull.
Yeah.
The skull is still just laughing.
Whose skull is that?
That's Tenzin's.
Where's?
He doesn't know that.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't know
where-
that.
Whose skull is that? Where is Tenzin?
That
What
is-
what
that
what
is
what,
Tenzin.
what happened? What do you mean that is Tenzin?
What?
It was real. It actually happened.
No, I did not.
Yes, it did.
Yes.
And I show him my bloody hand.
Yeah, now you see there is blood everywhere.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry.
That's a fail on insanity.
Did you just roll an 88 on that?
80s.
What?
Okay.
You lose 2 sanity.
Boring.
So I'm at 17. What does that mean?
It means if you lose 3 more, we need to talk. So yeah, you're just like she like
Yes.
just holds her hands up in front of you, and
Okay.
then you see the blood everywhere.
Fall down.
Oh, I shouldn't have stopped to put that Dakini back together.
What just happened?
You opened the gate.
What? Wait, no, we did.
You've ushered in 1,000 or 2,000 years of suffering.
How? We.
Tenzin lied to us this whole time?
No, he's just an idiot. Can I kick the skull into the water?
Yeah.
You know, no. I cane it. I'm not,
All right,
I'm
yeah.
not really
You
a
golf.
kicker.
You
Yeah.
like
Golf swinging into the water.
Oh, wait. He sacrificed himself.
An idiot.
He was duped.
By who?
All the visions were from the... Like, if anything, you killed the messenger of the King of Fear that was feeding him the lies. The crow.
So he's been being lied to for the last 1,000 years.
Well... Okay, plan B.
So is there an island we can go to and
Well, that's why I rebuilt the Dakini. We can try to go back there if I can bring her back.
What are you even on about?
what?
Well,
Wait,
And Gwendolyn just sits down, like after all of this, after everything that we just went through, like all of the wind is just out of her sails.
Well, after I got out, my plan was after I stopped you from doing the ritual, I would bring her back and show her that we weren't a threat, that we weren't going to complete the ritual, and then she would take me back. I don't think she's going to be quite as agreeable. Can we leave?
Yes.
And go where? What's the point? What's the point?
Does anybody hear that?
Yes.
We cannot be here.
And?
This is.
So when he gestures around, you notice that the lake is starting to spiral.
Let's go. Let's go.
Go where? There's nowhere to go. It's over.
Up, away from this veil.
No, he's right. We did exactly the opposite of what we were trying to do. What's the point?
Tenzin lied to us this entire time.
He didn't lie, he was fooled.
So he didn't know either.
He was all-knowing.
No person is all-knowing.
Well, we could go back to the temple where we got the scroll for the ritual. A ritual was done to lock it.
We can't go back there, not after what you did. You idiot!
I mean, I know the ins and outs.
We cannot go back there because of what you did. We're stuck with what we know and the resources that we have, which are very few. I mean, what's the point? We should just put a bullet in all of our heads and be done with it.
The knowledge.
Dimitri shoots himself.
Holy shit.
So you pull out your gun, and as you pull out your gun, none of you would understand this, but like almost like a black hole, your arm distends into the vortex in the lake, and your arm is now, it seems like it's a mile long, and you're trying to aim, and you feel this pull as you are being pulled into the vortex, as you were the first one to stand up. Eugene, you feel it second. You are being pulled into this vortex.
I will go into the vortex.
All right, Dimitri he just disappears into the vortex.
I'm gonna put up more of a struggle.
All right, make me a strength roll.
Oh, curse dice.
Welcome back,
Eugene's
Eugene.
back. We'll just move that inspiration away from Nick's side.
Yeah, he did not make that strength check.
Okay.
Can he push the roll by
Of
grabbing
course.
onto someone else?
Yeah, sure.
What'd you grab?
I don't. Whoever's closest.
Both of
Make
you
a
can
luck
make me
roll.
luck rolls.
I hate you so fucking much right now.
No, but it works. That's a hard success.
It works
So
for
you
you.
grab-
Oh my god.
I did not make my luck.
All right,
On 4, I did fucking make my luck roll.
so Eugene is like, you feel the pull. You grab Helen and you push her into the vortex to pull off. And Helen, gone.
Bah.
Gwendolyn is looking at you. You're very happy Gwendolyn doesn't have a gun right now.
I mean,
I do still have a knife.
I don't think you understand the desperation of trying to get away from like this thing pulling people into it.
Okay, yeah. I mean,
He would call for his children if he didn't think it would risk them, but everyone else.
all right. So you are still sitting down. You're feeling the pull, but not nearly as much as the people staying up. So you're going to need to make me another
Or I'm
strength.
crawling.
Okay, so you're back down on the ground. Okay.
Yeah, I'm staying low, but I'm.
Okay. So now it is expanded beyond the lake.
I'm scrambling very fast.
And so are you just gonna...
No, there's still a little bit of like something in Gwendolyn that's pushing her to be like, don't go into that. Whatever
Okay.
that is, it's bad. And so I'm gonna like push away from it.
Okay. I have to refer back to...
Sorry, Helen.
You are not.
Oh, here we go. My
I was wondering where that went.
Yes, the karma sheet.
Okay.
Did I just lose some karma?
You're assuming you had karma.
I had some karma.
He did have a surprising amount of karma until he did that. That was not the most enlightened action you've ever taken.
He's found his heaven.
There you go.
He knows
And he's being pulled from it.
Yeah.
So you both start to crawl and make me strength rolls.
Oh, God.
Just don't worry, it's okay. Just push it.
By yeeting you into the vortex? Sure.
I mean, as a player, I can't complain.
It's a race to see who can push it first.
Yeah, I gotta push this roll.
76. Could I re-roll?
This is gonna turn into a slap
Why
fight.
would you waste precious inspiration?
Because it's after 8.
Although
Hey, we have a game next week.
Do we?
I don't know how I would push it, because I'm assuming some distance is being kept after that level.
Oh, absolutely. I'm not gonna do
And
it
she has a bloody knife.
like clutched in one hand.
You like push your cane down into the dirt super hard.
Oh, I'm gonna have to leave it behind because it's sort of a thing I
mean,
push
yeah.
off of.
So
94.
All right, so you disappear.
Oh yeah, that's.
All right, so you like your fingers, you like are around the cane and they're starting to bend, and you look back and your legs are like a mile long. They're just almost a two-dimensional line into this vortex. This miasma of like whirling smoke, and
I regret ever coming back.
and that is your thought as you watch your cane zip away, and all of a sudden the four of you are aware that you are floating in space, but it's black. It's completely black.
Can we see each other now?
You are aware of each other. You are all there.
Helen, you're okay. I'm so happy.
You're not.
No thanks to you.
And you have a feeling of motion, but you have no frame of reference.
Bend your knees. We're going to hit ground eventually.
Are we?
Eugene
hope
bends
so.
his one good knee.
And as you are, as you feel simultaneously held in place, but also this sense of just incalculable motion, like you are traveling faster than anything has ever traveled before, but you are completely still where you are. And a point of light appears on the horizon and slowly starts to get larger and larger.
It's like I'm on a train.
And once again, this is, it appears different to each of you.
Do I still have my book on Shambhala?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, it appears different to each of you. For Dimitri, the light ahead of you is very clearly like a warm golden color that just feels reassuring. For Eugene and for Gwendolyn, let's see here. Yes. And yes. Even. It's kind of a hard white light. Almost like a neon kind of exposed
like a
bulb,
fluorescent
kind of,
light?
a fluorescent light, yeah.
Oh, this is hell.
Probably.
It's a combat fluorescent.
And Helen, ahead of you coming up, this is like, this light is like, it's like the flickering light of firelight.
Oh.
It's like the shadow of, it's scary. It's not like a comforting campfire. This is like
a roaring forest fire or something?
Well, it's not roaring. It's
Okay,
very,
it's like-
but it's like, it's something's on fire and you don't know what. And what's going on here.
All right.
And as you come closer, you are all, you all start to perceive a massive city And Dimitri, this city is a gleaming metropolis. It is, there are beautiful parks, there are fantastical creatures cavorting. There's like unicorns playing ball and all this stuff, and
I do say there are unicorns playing ball. Does the ball like hit a unicorn horn and deflate?
No, nothing bad happens here. This is all a wonderful place. It is all, all the buildings are ornate with gold and jewels.
It is just like Candy Mountain.
Kidneys for everyone.
Frank.
And there seem to be people of all nations.
Any communists? There's no communists.
There you go. This is heaven.
Fantastic.
For Eugene and for Gwendolyn, this is a very well laid out city. It is a forest kind of area. It is leafy and green. There is in the center a four-sided mountain of solid rock that is topped with glistening snow. The lakes have, they're lakes with pretty mundane looking water. Everything seems like, there's still a lot of people around. It's still bustling, and they are people of all nations. But it seems like a traditional city. The buildings are wood, the buildings are stone.
And the unicorns are...
There are no unicorns.
Damn it.
There are no unicorns.
Damn.
Dimitri's still just tripping balls.
Yeah, really.
No.
So this is a land of fire, a land of smoke. This is like, this is like heavy industry gone wrong. Bellows are firing everywhere, and there are strange beasts of burden that are, being driven by whip to go places. And it is a charnel ground of immense proportions. It kind of reminds you of the Dakini place, but hotter and a lot more dead people around. The buildings are all made of skulls.
I must have been really bad into the other life.
In the center is a palace that it consists of 3 tiers. The lowest is freshly decapitated heads. The second is decaying heads. And the third is dry skulls stripped of all their flesh, much like Tenzin's Katvanga. The doors and everything else seem to be made of skin. And you are drawn to an open space in front of that palace, however you perceive it. And you alight. And standing in front of you are, again, Dimitri, 3 beautiful white lions. For Eugene and for Gwendolyn, standing in front of you are 3 severe humanoid. They have bone white hair. They wear very tight-fitting garments. They are beautiful, but they're kind of beautiful in that scary way that,
The knife edge beauty.
Yeah. They sort of they give you a sense of welcome, but you are not welcome here. And what does Helen see of these 3?
burning hell demons.
Three grim
Evil
reapers.
creatures of all. There are 3 cats.
Yeah.
Hey!
What? They are evil.
Hey! You're not wrong.
Yeah, I
So
I'm not
these
supposed to say it out loud.
Okay.
are also lions.
Oh no.
These are huge lions with gleaming white fur, turquoise green manes, tails and fangs dripping with blood, and razor sharp claws. And they have just a terrible. They roar as you land, and the smallest of whatever you saw steps forward, and in a warm, cold roar voice, they, depending on what you are seeing, they say, "Welcome to the northern city of peace, misguided servants of the King of Fear. Be seated, then explain yourselves, for you have done great harm." Then the one turns to you and says, "Dimitri, you are not well."
No. This has been arduous.
"Please, drink of our milk." And from somewhere he pulls out a bowl with this it almost looks like, vanilla ice cream somehow made into a drink.
I've heard many wonderful things of unicorn milk.
You are going to gain a D10 hit points if you've lost any, and a D10 sand.
Pick a good one.
Let's inspire that sand roll.
10.
Boom! All right, you gain 10 sanity. You feel like you are seeing the truth. You're not seeing, this is not a hallucination. Like that sense of being drugged and the sort of the haha, that's all gone.
Right.
You feel, and so you two saw this cold thing say like, "Drink this," and it handed it to Dimitri.
Did they see Dimitri? He's super excited about it?
Dimitri is just like downing it.
I heard
as long
unicorn milk.
As long as he's happy.
Are either of you damaged at all?
No.
I have it, but I think I would have healed over the time.
I lost magic points, but
Yeah.
not health.
Are you damaged at all?
No.
No, but you are in a bout of insanity. So,
Yes.
the thing this lion looks at you, and it says, "Your repentance requires succor," and it holds out a chalice with an alarm. It's like milky water, kind of in it.
Skim milk.
Yeah, that's right. yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's
are in
perfect.
hell.
It's skim milk, and it just looks at you and it says, "Drink this, that you may perhaps be of service."
Yes, sir.
Right. So you're going to gain a D10 sanity, and your period of insanity is gone.
8.
All right. And so, the older, kind lion looks at you and says, "What happened? Why has this gone so wrong?"
We did exactly what Tenzin asked us to do.
You were misled.
Eugene never trusted. We didn't none of us trusted.
I'm sorry that this happened to you. This must be very hard.
But I don't understand. Why? Why any of it?
The King of Fear needed that ritual to open the gates and deluded poor Kalsong for 1,000 years. Tenzin was a plaything, nothing more. Now tell me, will you help make this right?
Is that even possible?
Maybe.
Will I get grenades?
I don't know what those are.
It's worth a shot. If to stop 1,000, we thought we were going to stop 1,000 years of destruction.
And perhaps you can.
If they are willing, I will.
When you say that and you look around, you notice that they're all having similar. One of the three is talking to each of them. So the smallest one talks to both Gwendolyn and Eugene and says, "Why did you allow yourself to be deluded?"
We did the best that we could with the information that we had.
I tried to stop it once I realized, but I was too late by then.
Yes, you had been drawn away by the Dakini and locked away and useless.
Do you know what those knives feel like?
Yes, I held one.
Yeah, he
They
shows
can sever a
scars.
person's head like a hot knife through butter.
Yes, I know. I did that.
I did what I had to do to survive. I came back as soon as I was able to.
And I did what I thought I did what I thought I had to in order to save the world.
I'm not blaming you for it.
I blame both of you.
Fine. Where were you? If you're going to blame anyone, blame yourselves. You knew what was happening.
We are bound.
So will we. In a sense, everyone's bound to their path, aren't they? We did what we could. We did what we tried. We went through hell.
Are you willing to try and make this right?
What's the point?
Yes.
The point is that what is done can be undone.
Can it?
Possibly, yes. It will not be easy, but it can be undone. But you must be willing.
Why should we trust you? We've spent the last months following around someone who claimed to know what he was doing. Someone who was lied to. Clearly you think you know what you're doing.
No, I know. I know what is said of how to undo this. You will need to do the research yourselves.
Because we've been so good at that.
If you do the research yourselves, you are not following any voice but your own. That is the path to truth. You have been followers. It is time to be leaders. But you must be willing.
I mean, it's that or put a bullet in my head, so I might as well. Because I'm not going to live through whatever is about to be opened.
So, one of these terrifying lions just looks at you. You disgust me! You will make this right!
Been lied to once. How can we make it right?
You will make it right. You will find... Oh, man. I got too caught up in this. You...
The MacGuffin.
Essentially.
It always is, isn't it?
Essentially, yes. You will find the 3 items.
And bring them together.
All the Triforce, yes!
No.
Courage, power, and...
Wisdom.
Thank you. Yes, it's a very loud dice box.
Let's see here. Where is it? Here we go. You will travel where the Holy Ones brought the divine knowledge to the lands of snow. You know, I'll hand you a handout. You don't need
Thank you.
to the lands of snow. You will seek out the jars that hold the key to locking that which should never have been unlocked by mortal hands. From there, you will travel to the Emperor's gateway to the Narakas, built before he found enlightenment. Within are the implements to aid you in your quest. That which, when held in the right hand, represents skillful means, along with that which, when held in the left hand, represents wisdom.
Oh my god, it is.
So, why should I do what you say? And you said,
I do not ask. Your choice is simple: damnation or salvation.
for my friends and me, salvation.
You have chosen wisely. So you get. Where'd my handouts go?
I ate them.
there we go.
They were crunching.
So good. Need a little bit of salt on mine.
Well, you know,
Now,
I'm
salty.
picky.
We can be salty.
I'm always salty.
So you get the good version of the handout.
As opposed to.
Those mercy killers
get-
really paid off.
I get the good version of the
You
handout?
all get the good version.
Dang.
I get it to give to you, right?
Yes. Yeah, they give this, wait, 3, yeah. So that's
Sure,
what was
whatever you
said to
tell
you.
yourself.
That was what was said to you, but also with an extra paragraph. But
Cool.
that is clearly in Tenzin's handwriting.
Right, because we've seen.
You've seen his handwriting. Yeah.
That doesn't count because it's like with his speech. It appears however we...
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it says it's something of a riddle, which you will not need to, we'll figure out through research and stuff. Where the holy ones who brought the divine knowledge to the land of snows first honed their understanding. Seek out the jars that hold the key to locking what should never have been unlocked by mortal hands. From there, travel to the Emperor's gateway to the Narakas, built before he found enlightenment. Within are the implements to aid in your quest. That which when held in the right hand represents skillful means, along with that which when held in the left represents wisdom. Together, the sound of emptiness, the Lord of Stone's indestructible drop, and the words of the precious master form a powerful tool against the King of Fear. Wield them in the place that shares its name with where the great guru was born, but not born, a mirror reflecting that which is lost and that which can no longer be approached, wherein lies the heart of the world, and hope that it is not too late to seal the gates of Agartha.
Well, we're fucked. He can't handle mirrors.
And mirrors are involved. we're hosed. Yes.
I have 2 questions.
Yes.
Can you make it so I'm not afraid of mirrors anymore? And 2,
You're afraid of mirrors?
yes, I can, yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hold on one second. And the lion reaches up and just very lightly taps your head with a paw. And
Kitty
ga-
cap.
you gained 3 sanity and you are no longer afraid of mirrors.
And 2, oh my god, thank you so much. And 2, when this is all over, can I come back here?
That's up to you.
And are we allowed to ride the unicorns?
Yes.
We all turn towards.
Yeah. He's talking about you riding unicorns.
Do I get to ride the unicorns here? Or like,
I mirror that exact look that Nick just did.
Cannot wait to play unicorn polo. It is going to be so much fun. There may be some impaling, but
Are you all right?
Eugenia's scanning the horizon.
I was gonna say, he still has the drink
oh
inside
no,
him.
this place is amazing. So wonderful.
It's fiery and scary.
What?
We
No.
all turn towards.
The unicorns are playing.
Yeah, everybody looks at Helen going, what?
It's cold and sterile.
Agreed.
Oh, I think maybe. I think I know what happened.
What?
I think I'm a good person.
I only killed the one guy.
So then the guy says to you, there's someone here who wants to say hello to you. Come with me.
Oh, okay.
And he'll lead you into the palace, and sitting at a table full of canned food is Tiger.
Tiger!
Doctor! And Tiger, runs and hugs you, and because Tiger had positive karma.
He died too soon.
Yeah, that's right.
That life of crime really paid off.
Mercy kills and life of crime. What the fuck?
I'm changing how I live.
Seriously.
Look, I didn't say it was perfect karma.
Wow.
Doesn't need to be as long as it's positive.
That's right.
After a warm reunion, I say that I need to go, and I check my pockets.
Tiger holds your wallet out, It's like
Adorable.
just for old time's sake.
I
And
give him $10.
and you head back out, and that is the end of this chapter. So let's do some sanity rewards and some other kinds of rewards. Well, you didn't foil or unmask the Franklins of the worlds, so you don't get that one.
We're not getting anything, are we?
So you're gonna get 8 minus a d8.
Okay.
So roll a d8 and subtract that from 8, and that's how much sanity you're gonna get back.
Wait, what?
So I get 3.
Roll a d8.
Why not just roll a d8?
And then
Oh, sure. Okay. Yeah, do that.
Wait.
I mean, you're losing. You're gaining 8 sanity and you're losing a d8 sanity.
oh, okay.
Ah.
So if I rolled a 1, that means I only lose 1.
No, that means you gain 1 sanity.
Not gain 7.
Or
sanity?
sorry, you gain 7.
Thank you. Okay, good.
that's-
Yeah.
Yeah, you're only losing 1. So you're
If I roll
gaining 8
6.
sanity. So you're gaining 2 sanity.
Can you get
Okay.
over your sanity?
yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, I'm back to 87.
More importantly, am I getting 12 luck?
I went from 17
you
to
do.
35.
You do all get a d10 luck.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Yay!
God, I have to use the curse. Yeah.
10! 10!
Oh my god, I'm at 21.
The curse die is
I'm at
the-
an even 90.
37.
I'm at 20.
While he's gone,
21, sorry.
the one that is sort of dealing with you two just sort of uncomfortably silently stands there, just sort of awkwardly.
Makes us adjusting sounds.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Gwendolyn is very accustomed to academics. She just crosses her arms and settles into a comfortable stance, waiting.
And the one that is the angry lion with you is just pacing in front of you.
Yeah.
Just like that kind of way that tigers do, back and
Right.
forth with its eyes on you constantly.
All right.
This is going to be much longer. My children must be terrified.
I'm not entirely sure your children can feel fear.
Those are not children.
Thank you! I've been saying that for fucking months.
I will be.
Those are constructs.
Well, we're not going to be able to get back to the place where the ritual was promised, so no, they won't.
I had them waiting outside.
They won't ever be real children.
Yes, they won't.
They won't ever be more than mechanical things.
Have-
But if he loves them,
Who gives a shit?
I'm gonna name this unicorn.
Yeah, Dimitri comes back just with this beaming smile on his face. And he's like, he's almost cavorting. He's just saying,
Tiger was here. Oh, he's doing so well.
well,
I'm so glad for you.
The three will look at you and say, "It is time."
Shit. I run back to Tiger.
Yeah?
Do you have a grenade?
No. Why would I need a grenade?
Okay, fine.
They let me steal whatever I want here.
And you haven't stolen any grenades?
No, I don't need them.
And then I run back.
Why would you use
What
grenades?
child would say that?
Clearly, it's a construct of Tiger.
Yeah.
And you get back, and the three all at once say, "It is time." And they join hands or pause, depending on what you see.
Pause.
And between them, they start to chant a droning. Actually, for you, it's lyrical and musical. And for you, Helen, it's
growling.
terrifying and like it's a roar.
For us, it's bureaucratic.
Yeah.
If someone from the DMV
They're reading legal papers. Part the second, the party of the first part, whether the party is party to a party or not.
You spend too much time around lawyers.
And a door appears between them, and they part. And they say, "It is time." All right.
Walk through.
let's go.
He goes through the door. Everybody's going through the door.
Oh yeah, get out of here.
And you find yourself in a tent. You immediately recognize it as an archaeologist's tent. This is a cataloging tent. There are broken pottery and all sorts of things all around you. And a young Englishman who you would say was cataloging stuff just looks up and says, "Oh, I say, where on earth did you spring up from?"
From the door, what are you working on?
The door? Who are you? I'm sorry.
Gwendolyn Watson, who are you?
Where are we and what year is it?
I beg your pardon.
Ignore him.
I'm Professor, adjunct, Daniel Mortimer.
Do I know that name? No, he's an adjunct.
Yeah, he's,
He's not important enough for me to know.
no. I'm sorry, are you part of the dig?
It depends on where this dig is. Are we in Tibet?
No.
Are we in India?
Yes. Wait, you don't know where you are?
What year is it?
It's 1924.
Is that what
Yeah,
year
that's
we
what
are?
it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Who are you?
As I said, I am Professor Gwendolyn Watson. And we'll just be stepping outside right now, won't we? I say, looking at everyone else and pulling like the professor card.
Yeah, and he kind of like snaps into academic hierarchy. He's like, "Oh yes, well, of course, please be careful. It's an active dig site.
Yes.
Obviously, thank you. Much appreciated. And just strides out. Gwendolyn has no fucks left to give.
We just follow her like, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
I just had lots of karma.
Come on, that's a quote.
As I walk out, I go, time travel is real. And then I leave.
How very curious. All right, so you come out, and there is a large archaeological dig here. Several sites. It looks like three principal structures have been unearthed, and there are mounds that have been marked off that delineate at least 5 more structures that are being dug. There are a number of Indian laborers. You don't see a lot of sort of people. You don't see a lot of overseers and that sort of thing. But it looks like maybe this is Mortimer's dig.
Okay. Does this look like a dig that I have? This is a big dig. Have I heard about anything like this happening in India right now?
Make me an archaeology roll.
I haven't made one of those in forever. 40, regular success.
Let's see.
So cool.
So you heard something about the Architectural Society of India, which is an English, was excavating the ruins of a place called Nalanda University.
Nalanda University.
Nalanda is a village. Well, actually, would you? Does anybody? If anybody has geography, they can roll it. Or now, I'll accept navigation. Actually.
Yeah, I have a little, but not very much.
Hey, you never know.
Nope.
Can try.
You can't pilot the boat.
I'll give it a shot. Why not? Nope.
Okay. So yeah, you know you're in India. You figure Nalanda University would be in somewhere called Nalanda, but you don't have an idea of where that is.
And do I think that this adjunct professor is the one running this dig, or is there someone higher up
So
than
you
him?
know the ASI pretty well. The ASI tend to farm things out to adjunct professors, and then have, once the adjunct professor has hopefully gotten tenure out of whatever they find, then they will catalog the stuff and decide what should come back to England.
I mean, besides all of it.
Standing outside of Mortimer's tent is a dark-skinned Indian man who he looks at you all. He's dressed as a laborer, but he's older. And he says, you're not from around here.
We're a little white to be from around here.
What is the closest town to where we are, if you don't mind me asking?
Patna. Patna. There's a train station in Patna.
Does that help locate where we are, approximately?
Not really.
Okay.
Because we're still talking like small. That would be like, me trying to like tell you where you are in California by like mentioning, Cloverdale or something.
But if we,
I know where that is.
Well, if we get there, they'll have destinations and we can pick out.
I mean, if it's important enough to have a train to it, we'll be able to.
Yeah.
But to your thing about, you're not white enough to be from around here, there are actually a number, like, by this point, there are white people who have lived their entire lives in India.
Sure.
That are relatively old.
Gwendolyn's in a very sarcastic mood.
Yeah, I imagine.
How far away is Putna?
Patna is a 15-minute walk that way.
Oh.
Good point.
What is this dig that is happening here?
This is a dig of Nalanda University.
This was the university.
Yes. This was a place of great learning. This was where the Mahavyara Vidyapati brought great knowledge.
Have there been any scrolls uncovered?
Or Jaws.
Jaws?
Jaws.
Well, I don't know about Jaws, but
It would be too easy.
I mean, but it did say great understanding, great wisdom.
You know, look in the tent that we just came out of. Are there any jars in there?
there are tons of jars. There's all sorts of stuff. Mortimer, kind of looks up and goes, yes.
Just having a look at what you're doing.
Yes, right. You're not, part of the ASI, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm attached to a university.
Well, I certainly hope that ethical considerations would keep you from, stealing anything from this site.
There's 4 answers that run through Gwendolyn's head all at once, and she bites all of them back, where it's we're just having a look.
I see. Where did you come from?
We've always been here. Don't you remember?
I think you should go.
I'd rather not.
I'll just have some armed men suggest that you go, then.
Have fun with that. I'll just have a look at these jars while you're doing that.
You'll do no such thing.
And do I still have the knife?
Yes, you have a bloody knife in your...
I just twirl it around and look at him.
In fact, you are covered in blood.
I figured.
In fact, I'm gonna make a sanity roll for Mr. Mortimer. All right, stiff upper lip and all
Twirl it
that.
around and look at him.
Are you gonna kill me?
I've done worse today.
So he's looking at the rest of you.
There's a look of horror.
All right. Are you with her?
It depends on what the unit is.
I told you it's 1924.
That's right.
1920.
Help! Help!
Are there? Can I see that real quick?
Oh, Eugene is stepping back from all of this.
I'm gonna go to the door and say, "Don't worry, we're helping him with the pottery. Don't worry."
You roll me a persuade.
The land of snows. This is hot and this is probably
It's
not
pretty
the land.
warm.
No, I didn't get
All
it.
right,
We're
you're
still
not
in
a
the
voice
first
they
I
recognize.
think we're still in the first paragraph.
Yeah, only once brought to divine knowledge to the
Yeah,
land
come
of
on.
snows.
Anybody who's played a video game knows,
You go
each
paragraph by
is a different
paragraph.
quest.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy who was outside,
Yes.
he looks at you and he says, is there going to be a fight in there?
I hope not. They're talking very loudly about the different things in there and the jars and what they mean. But we'll be okay.
Because, it's my job to make sure nothing happens to Mr. Mortimer.
Understand.
I'm just gonna say that we will be leaving. We will be leaving. Do you know what the land of snows is?
The land of snow. Tibet? I don't know. It's very snowy in parts of China. The North Pole is quite snowy. I hear Greenland. There's a whole country called Iceland.
Which is actually shockingly green.
Well, there you are.
Thermal vents.
You sound Russian. Not a small amount of snow there, eh, what?
Quite.
So, this wordplay is charming, but that crazy woman has a knife and is covered in blood. I'm not sure how I didn't notice that.
I'm genuinely shocked that you haven't recognized that
I'm
until
sure
this moment.
Dimitri's probably also covered in blood.
Actually,
or was I?
when anyone who drank the milk is completely clean.
Oh, Eugene is just really sweaty.
We apologize. We did not realize that we'd be arriving in your dig. I do not think this is the land of snows.
When you say I don't think this is the land of snows, like you hear a rumble of thunder in the distance.
Oh, it may be the land of snows. Did you hear the thunder?
Yeah, there's probably a storm rolling in.
Often, oh yes, but it coincided quite nicely with the way that I said that.
Yes, very dramatic.
Is there anything you need? Any help, perhaps? We have world-renowned archaeologists and...
Why has a world-renowned archaeologist come to my dig?
Museum curators.
Why has a museum curator come to... I have a license through the ASI for this entire area.
And Quinn just laughs a little to herself.
Professional ethics would forbid you from publishing anything based on my findings here.
Yes, your findings of someone else's culture. Good evening. And walk out.
All right.
Are we going?
Yes, we're going.
All right.
So she's talking to the other guy.
Oh, we're going now.
The man will introduce himself as Mrinmoy Mishra. But he says, everyone calls me Vidyapati. And he says, you all, you look tired. Can I offer you some tea?
I just...
Yeah, Dimitri just pokes his head out. Don't drink the tea.
I'd like some tea.
I just look at him completely deadpan. I would really love to have a wash.
Yes. Wow.
And possibly a change of clothes if you know of anything that I can grab.
We don't have a lot of women.
I don't care. I'll wear whatever.
Okay, yeah. And he'll take you to a tent, a fairly large canvas tent, and he goes inside and he comes out with some robes, and then he opens the tent and motions you inside. And he stands outside with you guys.
I'm actually, so as they leave, I'm just apologizing.
Okay.
As like...
It's been a long day.
It's half patronizing, half apologizing, half...
A patronizing?
yeah, exactly.
I mean, to an adjunct professor.
Just trying to appease him, but also like have him really think, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah.
All right, offer me a social roll here.
Oh, firearms?
For a certain value of social.
Let's see. I don't think I have any social roles. Well,
That doesn't surprise me.
You don't have
actually.
charm? or-
psychology?
I mean,
No bedside manner?
No charm? No charm.
He's Russian.
Medicine.
yeah.
This leg gonna have to come off like this.
I don't.
In Soviet Russia.
No persuade? No persuade?
Persuade. No, nothing.
No charm
I
or
love
fast
it.
talk?
Yeah.
No.
All right.
I
okay.
love this.
Let's go with a psychology roll. You're gonna need a hard success here.
All right. That's a critical success.
Ooh!
All right. So in a weird, like, you probably have autism sort of way, like, you figure out exactly what this guy wants to hear, and you're just like, he needs to be reassured. He needs to be let know that he's in control, and you just like, in a just weirdly, I don't know, cynical might not be the word, but you just like, you're like, oh no, let me tell you exactly what you want to hear, and he's
You're,
like,
you're going through the conversation tree.
Yeah, that's right, that's
the
right.
RPG.
Yeah.
and he goes, yes, I'm so good. Yes, I'm so glad you see that. Yes, that's exactly right. Do you know, I've been here for months, and finally, you've come and you've recognized the hard work. I so appreciate it. Tell me, chap, would you like some tea?
I am actually, I've drinking so much I need to find a restroom, but you have been so amazing. I look forward to reading about your discoveries.
Oh, I'd be happy to show you around. Well, really, I'd have Vidyapati show you around. I've got so much work to do.
I would actually like that.
All right.
Then we step out and he's gone.
So outside, the two of you, she is changing. The two of you see a number of men with like 4 men who have grabbed rifles are like running up the hill, and Vidyapati says, "Excuse me a minute."
Yes.
And he goes to the guys and he says, and he like calms them down and sends them away. And you see Vidyapati like as he kind of walks back to the tent where they are.
And I'll join up.
All right, and out comes Gwendolyn wearing laborer's robes. So you have like loose-fitting trousers, a blousy top that's showing a scandalous amount of bra.
I mean, her bra's also covered in blood, so that got discarded.
Oh, all right. Well then.
Quite frankly, with everything that we have been through, the delineation between masculine and feminine wear does not matter to
There you
her
go.
at all.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever. I just saw the possible end of the universe. Pants, fine.
Yeah, and you've got a robe of
Someone wearing pants. I appreciate that.
It took 17 episodes, but I finally got my 3rd Call of Cthulhu character into pants.
If we can only get Dimitri into pants.
I want him to stay in pants is more the point.
That's the point.
Kind of lukewarm on the concept.
So he will Vidyapati will take you around and show you. This is a fairly large. Did they say how big it is? It's a fairly large dig site with a number of different buildings that are being dug out. He will show you there's at least two temples, a grand temple and a smaller temple, and then 2 buildings called viharas, which are viharas are. They couldn't bold the word. Doggone it.
Of course not.
Here we go. Nope. He also points out, you notice this is like a full-on grove. There's just groves of trees here. There are mango trees growing all around, and why can't I find what these darn vihara are? It informs them of how the Mahavihara was built among. So what is the Mahavihara? So the Vihara are the buildings of this university. This was a home of Buddhist study in the early centuries, the 8th to 10th centuries, and it was a university for the spreading of Buddhist knowledge, he'll tell you that the site's main supervisors, Mr. Page and Mr. Chandra, are in the town of Bihar Sharif, which is the larger village where there's a train station, and they are they leave Mr. Morris in charge when they are gone. Mr. Mortimer, sorry, and the Vidyapati says he's the caretaker and the night watchman of the site, and he will it's a bustling dig. There are people working everywhere. There are digging crews, but also teams that are trying to repair these ancient brick walls. There are teams that are and keep them standing. There are teams that are trying to shore up areas. Vidyapati will explain that there are, there's some size, there's earthquakes, and so we have to be careful. We try and keep these things up. There was quite a strong tremor a couple days ago, and that's why we're having to do some emergency repairs here. And then he looks up and he goes, and we get these summer storms, and you see that the sky is definitely darkening to the north. It is a deep purple with that cool, like, electric storm rolling there. And so he takes you through it. You can see what is used to be buildings ringing kind of a main plaza, but now they're just, most of them are mounds. The front buildings where you are standing, there are 3 university buildings and the Grand Temple, and a couple shrines. This is a holy place. Vidyapati tells you that Nalanda University was founded in the 5th century of the current era. But there is we are about 60 miles outside of Patna in the north of India, and we are on this was the first planned university in ancient India. In its heyday, Nalanda was home to more than 10,000 students and around 2,000 teachers, all Buddhist monks. And they came from across India and Asia. Hun Sang was both a student and a professor here. No one knows why they named things here. Some people say that it was named after Naganalanda, a mythical serpent creature who lived in the lake in the university's mango grove. Others say it comes from the word for lotus, Nalan, which here represents the concept of knowledge, and the word da, to give, so it gives you knowledge. It is said that when the university was ransacked by the Turks, they returned. They were so stuffed full of manuscripts, were the libraries, that they burned for 3 months. So you're like, if it burned, there would be archaeological evidence of that. There were also there's an ancient Buddhist complex just south of the village Burgaon that seems very similar to this, and then he sort of gets conspiratorial, and he says, but this was something before it was a university. This was the gateway to hell.
I believe that.
Why do you say that?
King Ahsoka was, he created a torture chamber here, unlike anything the world has ever seen. It was disguised as a palace, surrounded by luxurious gardens. It was referred to as the Beautiful Jail. It was used by Ashoka to get rid of those who opposed or upset him. The Hell Chambers were allegedly designed by his chief executioner, Chandagarika, based on the concept of the 5 great agonies as described in the Balan Pandita Sutra, which is the Sutra of the Fool and the Wise Man. The chambers were also believed to be linked to Patala, the Buddhist underworld, and thus also to the Narakas below. Apparently, the chambers so accurately reflected the various levels of hell that some people were convinced the king had actually visited them. So vile were the acts allegedly perpetrated in the hell chambers that, according to Hin Swang, stories about them continued to circulate some 900 years after Ashoka's death. That's some archaeological stuff that you wouldn't know. And then, Vidyapati will tell you the most famous legend about the hell chambers is relayed in the Ahsoka Vadana, the story of Ahsoka. And it talks about the king's fervent embracing of Buddhism. Unfortunately, he'd already built the hell chambers when he decided to become a Buddhist. The prophecy referred to by the monk Samudra was that of the Chakravartin king, and now a mighty ruler sworn to uphold not only the rule of law, but also a strict moral and religious standard, a monarch who was the secular equivalent to Sakyamuni Buddha, and destined to distribute his holy remains across the known world. According to Samudra, the king was supposed to be Ashoka, who would never be able to take up his prophesied mantle unless he mended his ways. And so the king came to close the once he accepted the Buddha's teachings, he came to close the prison, and his torture guy threw him in the prison. And the king stayed there. And Vidyapati sort of smiles at that.
Did you say the Petra was the gateway to the Narakas? Or what did you say was the gateway to the Narakas?
The hell chambers connected to the Narakas, which are the Buddhist and the Hindu hell.
And that is somewhere around here?
Has that been excavated yet? If it existed at all.
Well, and he kind of gets a bemused look on his face, and he says, I mean, it's a myth.
Yes. Has it been excavated?
They haven't found anything like that.
I can hear the yet on the end of that sentence.
The storm is definitely approaching.
We should probably get under cover before that finishes coming in. When we went into the valley, was it summer? Or have we jumped forward a few months?
No, it was spring. It was late spring. So you are, you're a couple days. It's not summer yet, but it's still quite warm.
Okay.
In fact, you notice the wind is warm. There's a warm wind blowing. Vidyapati kind of looked, strange. The Lu winds usually blow from the west.
Things are in motion, aren't they?
Maybe. It's definitely warmer than usual. Does anybody have a natural world?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can attempt an. If you have meteorology, you can also try that. But
That's not
if you have
Astronomy, but that's going to be ruined.
34 is a regular success.
Okay. Then
Nope.
that was close.
All right, with a regular success, you feel like you get a little bit of the information.
That sounds about right.
So you know that the Lu winds are a warm wind that come from the west in the early summer in India, and they are often like sandstorms or windstorms, and not sandstorms in this case. And Vijayapati says we should probably get into a tent.
I literally just said that.
Yes, that would be very helpful.
If you have some place that we can be, that would be awesome.
Yeah, he'll lead you into the tent where you changed. And he like disposes of your bloody clothes. You know, he'll like make sure those are away from.
I make sure that the knife stays with me.
Yeah, you still have the knife.
stuck into the belt under the robes.
What follows is a brief but severe windstorm. Like the tent, that sound of like the all the canvas in the tent suddenly snapping to, and then loosening, snapping.
And is this gentleman with us?
Yeah, he's inside. You saw and actually there are a couple other people inside, looking very uncomfortably at all the white people in their tent. But they're like, everybody went to ground when this was happening. And so everybody make me a con roll.
No.
93. I thought it was a 98 for a second. 93.
Yeah, 39, something regular.
No.
Okay, anybody who missed it, the heat is unbearable. Like, you're a doctor. This is like early heat stroke.
Oh, wow, okay.
And you each take 3 points of damage.
Yikes.
And like, you're like, I need to sit down.
Even if we've made the
No,
roll?
only if you failed.
Okay.
If you made it, you're not loving the
Yeah,
heat,
no.
but you're not doing that. And it is just stultifying in this tent. As the heat outside,
Is there any water in this tent?
no. Some of the guys have water. Vijayapati does not. And the winds pass over about 15 minutes. And that's the problem, is like the length of time for both of you. You're just like...
Yeah, I think I'm actually just like laying down at this point,
Yeah.
trying not to move.
Yeah.
Put my cold pistol in the back of my neck.
The three other guys in here, when you draw a gun, are just like... They studiously look the other way.
It's hard away.
Yeah.
But it blows over, and you hear some like weird. You hear some cries of surprise outside, and Vijayapati will lead you outside, and
Maybe the jars.
there is an unbelievable sight in front of you as every mango tree save one has been burnt to the ground. There is one mango tree where the grove was that is still green and flowering. And that's where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Jeez.
That tracks.
All right.
Thank you so much for all of your... Oh, we had another giveaway.
Hashtag
Catch us-
chaos. Hashtag chaos real fast.
No, it's not ready. Nightbot's not ready.
All right, Nightbot's not ready, so catch us on Monday.
You know what? YouTube, you've been around
Yeah,
here for a
there
while.
we go.
We will
YouTube,
comment.
yeah,
Comment on this episode.
in this episode. Any comment on the YouTube, we will pick one of those comments to win these awesome Birds of Paradise and this Birds of Paradise pin.
Nice.
And earlier, if you saw the text pop up on YouTube, this is now us saying, leave a comment below.
Aha! There you go.
What?
In the future, I will put text on this before
Wow.
YouTube sees it.
Wow. Can we like put code words in? Type in the word fish.
No. The real thing is for the people who have the closed captions on, and then like there's weird messages.
You're
in
right.
closed
Yeah, that's
captions.
right. Yeah.
Go all ARG on this.
I like it. Thank you all. The bits tonight were crazy, and they used them.
We did.
Not a lot left. So there are
left.
3 patron bits left for all of that carnage. Wow, I
used none of yours.
You have a.
I don't think I rolled dice.
You didn't.
You rolled sand.
Yeah, you did a couple for.
1, 2. I should have re-rolled. Well, he made it.
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm putting 11 in.
Stars and
Well,
stuff.
which is actually funny because we triggered last time, so.
So we should have done a giveaway for that.
We're gonna do a couple of giveaways coming up. So Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
We're gonna be doing all sorts of stuff. I have 2 patron bits left. I will save those. Okay.
Right.
But your bits were incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Jay Matthews, happy anniversary. Rachel, happier anniversary.
Oh.
And let's see, our quotes this time are those aphids. He's
That
really
was real early.
Yeah.
He's really rocking out, and I wish he'd put some pants on. I just stay high forever. Tenzin lied to us? No, he's an idiot. I can't wait to play Unicorn Polo, which I think that might be the winner.
Yeah.
That Life of Crime really paid off. And I just had lots of karma. Those are all strong. I don't know. That's a tough call.
Unicorn Polo, come on.
The Unicorn Polo one's pretty great, yeah. So we have an even fuller than usual week of entertainment for you here on Quests and Chaos. Monday, it's Natural One. Start your week off with a critical fail. And Bo's beard, which I can't stop looking at. I mean, is there conditioner? Is there beard wax? I don't know.
You know, somebody bought some beard oil on Amazon. So
Maybe it was Bo.
Yeah.
It was not.
Oh.
No, other people are cultivating their quarantine beards.
I guess so. I can't. Neck beard has never been there. Then Tuesday, the Chaos Agents, I'm sure will be wacky and do things.
We always do.
But Wednesday, it is going to be here in the studio, a live Redacted Reports talkback.
Nice.
Alondra's going to be running it, so those trains will run on time.
Yes, they
know
will.
it. So that's going to be 7 p.m. this Wednesday here in studio on our Twitch channel. Make sure you're here for that. And then we will be back next Saturday for the last time in September. And then I will be gone for 3 weeks to Germany. I'll be at Essen.
Off to Essen.
I'll be seeing Chaos. Chaos fans and I are going to get dinner while we're there. He's going to be in town. And I'm going to pass off a deck of inspiration. So I'll be there, and I will be going into debt with a bunch of new games and trying to make room. Late in October, Big Bad Con is coming. If you're local, it is the best gaming con in the Bay Area.
Which is to say, the Great Dane Society is going to be sporadic for a while. It's
true.
It's one episode off for 3 weeks, one episode off for a week, one episode.
But I'll be at Big Bad Con on the 29th or whatever that is of
22nd, I think.
No, the last Saturday of October because it's holiday. It's Halloween weekend.
Okay.
And
You've been bouncing it all over the place. I'm not sure where it is anymore.
And while Great Dane Society is off, we're gonna put some fun content on board.
Unknown content.
Right.
And yeah.
Some known.
Thomas is going to play solo board games here all by...
Matt and I played 2 games of Axis and Allies on a Monday night one day.
Like in the same night?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Because they weren't distracted by other things.
That's true,
They didn't
yeah.
have like 5 hours between turns.
Was this old school Axis and Allies or was it one of the new ones like Battle of the Bulge? Or...
No, it was Axis and Allies 1942 online. So it was the video game, so we didn't have to move any bits.
Oh,
so
okay, there was no setup and tear down. That really helps.
That's the part that takes forever.
Yeah. We should do more playing video games on Twitch.
We've been talking about that.
Because I have some good options for things that would be. There are some good board games online that we could. That we could do.
One of the things that I've been pitching to Thomas. We'll see if it picks up on it. I've never played Breath of the Wild. There's a lot of people who are like, how?
Rachel has beat that game. I still haven't.
I love the idea of it, except the open world part. So if I do it, people have to be in the chat to tell me where to go.
Yeah.
The open world part is the best part. The weapon degradation is the worst part.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And like the ridiculous things that like you're never like there's a way that you can get a sword that will never break, but it's so ridiculously hard
Is
that
it
you're
the
just
Master
never
Sword?
gonna get it. Yeah.
Well, of course it's a Master Sword.
We're just talking about anything here. But so yes, there will be all sorts of fun content. I will have tons of board games that I'll be ready to play when we get back. And we will have all sorts of fun stuff. Who knows? Maybe is Dragons of Storm Screw Island happening again, or?
It should be happening again fairly soon. We will, as you said, we're not going to be back on Tuesday, but we might be back quite soon.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Saturday's opening up.
Yeah, we have to finish up the module.
We're very close.
Yes. Yes.
There you go.
So anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. Alondra's gonna raid some random channel out there, and I'm warning her now.
And Patreons, hang around for the after show. Don't hang around.
I mean,
watch
obviously.
the after show after this. I will in the after show. I'll tell you the mechanics of the ritual.
I'm
Nice.
super curious.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Sweet. All right.
Cool.
Well, that's it then. Goodbye, internet friends.